We've all heard about family farms, but who are the farmers? Eric Svec, Tyler Svec, and Jordan Svec. Together they run Svec Farms, a family-owned farm for more than 100 years, and Svec Meats, a one-of-a-kind online meat store. And this is their life on a farm.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to do a tribute to George Svec, my dad. He started farming on the family farm when he was 18 years old. He loved to talk to people, and he was a great fabricator. He could fix almost anything. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had to work with him over the last 30 years. It's been a great experience. And now my sons Tyler and Jordan are working on the family farm with me, and they have some words to say.
Hi everyone, welcome to this tribute video to our grandpa, George Svec, who passed away recently. And we've had the unique privilege over the years of working with him, and it's a privilege the other grandkids haven't had. So we thought we might have a few interesting stories for you based on that, funny memories and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So some people might know him from the egg business. When he had an egg farm, he had 15,000 laying hens, and come to find out there was actually a cooler in my barn, which I didn't realize. Over the years, the cooler got taken out, but for whatever reason the doors were still there.
Yep.
And so I never knew what the doors were for, and we finally took them out this last winter, and Dad's like, yeah, there was an egg cooler in there. And I was like, oh, well.
Who knew?
The things you know. And he also had a feed business for a long time. Get back into that now, so kind of a funny circle of how it goes.
Yeah, round trip for that.
Yep.
And another thing that he would do is he did a lot of prison ministries. So
that confused me as like a 5 or 6 year old because I was like, what? Why is he going to jail?
Yeah, I had much the same thought. And then
it's like, what did he do wrong?
And then once we started understanding what it was he was doing, then we offered him a get out of jail free card from a Monopoly game.
Yeah, but he must have had one because they kept letting him out. So
here, there, he knew the right people.
Well, yeah, maybe. All right. So anyway, funny stories from Grandpa. Go.
Okay, well, the one that I remember the most is, this has to do with a hat. Yes. Much like this. He would always wear a ball cap of some sort, be it here at the farm or when at the lake afterwards on the weekend. And I would always make it my goal as a little kid to get the hat at all costs necessary. Whether he was just walking from shed to shed here on the farm or laying on a beach chair at the lake, I was sure to get the hat, and if not, I certainly gave it my best effort.
You must have taught my kids that because they take my hat all the time.
You're not supposed to.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so might be just a simple ball cap, but it's a good fond memory for me.
And we also were tasked uniquely with the challenge sometimes of making him laugh, and that was sometimes the sole purpose. Dad would come out of some building and he'd say, "Hey, just go get Grandpa laughing." So we'd go and we'd talk about who knows what nonsense, but it was nonsense that. he found amusing, even if he liked to say he didn't. He was laughing the whole time.
He'd be shaking his head at us, but at the same time, he'd be laughing right along beside us.
And even towards the end, when he was in the hospital, the first time we went to see him, he was, kind of out of it.
Yeah, a little.
But we were sitting there just carrying on like always, and eventually we see him just. His eyes are closed, just shaking his head like, I don't know what they're saying. So that was a good memory.
That was.
He'd always amazingly walk up, to us the one moment we stopped working.
Yes.
And then ask us why we weren't getting any work done. Well, 10 minutes later he was asking us, and it's like, well, now we're talking to you. And
yeah, we'd be working fine, and then we'd pause to just chat for a moment, and He'd show up right when we.
Whenever he would be out visiting at the farm, he would always make a point to stop and see Jessie, my wife, and kids in the yard. And he seemed to take a certain amount of joy in that. And what I mean by that is eventually, he said, well, Jessie reminded him of his mother. So whether it's the fact that we have goats or a small barn or something, I don't know. But it was a cool connection that they had. Found out later, well, just recently, that he likes butter pecan ice cream. And that's my favorite, so that's pretty cool. Nobody else in the family likes it, so. and pineapple. You like pineapple, and I like pineapple, so.
I'm not a fan of pineapple.
No.
But on the contrary, there is one other thing that was distinctly unique to Grandpa. As you might note on the desk, there are 2 orange pops. Anytime there was a family get-together, you could be sure that Grandpa would have an orange pop either with him, get one, or be getting one.
I've never been a fan of orange pop, but for today, I'll gladly drink one. Now, this one is interesting, though. It says contains no juice. How do you have orange pop without juice?
I'll let you figure that out.
Well, okay, fine. And it's also caffeine free. So, it's almost not worth it. At least if it's caffeine, it gives me a little bit of a buzz.
We'll probably edit that part out.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
It's got citric acid, so I guess that makes it an orange pop, I guess. There's nothing else that says orange on here.
The color.
Okay. Modified food starch, you think that does it?
And this is the kind of banter that would get Grandpa shaking his
Yes,
head at
yes,
us.
indeed. So,
but he would just soon as laugh at it with us as well. So
the last order of business is drinking a toast to Grandpa.
we're drinking a pop. Cheers.
Whatever. Cheers. Yep, that's orangey. Orangey.
Perfect.
Orangey. Yeah, that's good. So, thanks for watching.